Well, of course, my heart goes out to former President Biden and his entire family. Anyone who hears the word cancer, it is devastating, especially when you have a son who has passed from cancer. I'm sure this triggered a lot of emotion in President Biden. So what we know so far is not a lot of information, but what the family has told us is that he has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. They said that it is metastasized to his bone. So let's kind of break down what prostate cancer is. It's very similar to breast cancer, which I deal with on a day-to-day. It's not one size fits all. It's not very black and white. There are many different types, and they act very differently, and you treat them very differently. So the information that we have about former President Biden's cancer is that it is a Gleason score of 9. Now, the Gleason is scored from 2 to 10, 10 being the most aggressive, meaning it grows the fastest. It has the highest risk of it metastasizing outside of the prostate gland. So 9 we would consider very aggressive, meaning it's very fast moving. You look at this by when you do a biopsy of the prostate, you base this score on what you see under the microscope, how quickly those cells are dividing, how many cells are actually there. So they've given him a Gleason score of 9, and the other information that they have told us is that it is already metastasized to the bone, which, as we know, this is stage 4. So when you talk about prostate cancer, it can be local, meaning it is confined to the prostate. The prostate is encapsulated, so that is the best case scenario when the cancer is actually confined to the prostate, still within the capsule. It can have local spread, meaning it has gone through the capsule. Sometimes it's just gone into the surrounding fascia, into the local regional lymph nodes, or in President Biden's case, it has gone to his bone. So again, stage 4. Now, when we talk about prostate cancer, the survivability for the most part, it can be 100% at 5 years if it's caught early. When it goes to stage 4, especially if it's more aggressive, that 5-year survivability is significantly decreased with numbers less than 35%. Every case is different, as I said, not 2 cases are exactly the same. But the one good thing that they did mention about President Biden's case is that it is hormone sensitive. So there's a way to actually treat this, either surgically or through medications, where you actually give him anti-androgen therapy to kind of stop the testosterone, because his particular tumor needs testosterone and these androgens, these other hormones, to grow. So by stopping them, that's a way to manage disease. And I know when people hear stage 4, they get very nervous. Obviously, that is worst case scenario when you're talking about cancer. But we have so many treatments these days that you can actually live for quite a long time with stage 4 cancers. And it sounds, again, like in his case, because it is hormone sensitive, there are treatment methods. It's never going to cure him. He's never not going to have stage 4 cancer, but he could get to the point where he has no evidence of disease, or no progression of disease. And at this point, that's what our goal is.